Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for February 2023. Thanks for stopping by today and checking out my video. Before you leave, be sure to click on that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. All right, Spirit, tell me about Scorpio for the month of February 2023. What's going to happen? All right, I've actually had a few cards drop. So I have three. We'll go with that. First card, time to reflect. Okay, February will be a time for you, Scorpio, to sit back and look at everything. Look at where you've been, how far you've come. What adjustments can you make? Do you need to make adjustments? Answering or asking questions about what you really truly want. Has it changed from last year? Have you attained the goals that you made last year? Do you need something different? Have your circumstances changed and now you desire something else? All of these kinds of questions come from reflecting on who you are, where you've been, where you want to go, who you want to be, that sort of question. So I think February will be a time of internal work. Withdrawal maybe a little bit, maybe not interacting so much with your friends and family and loved ones. The next card is wash away your burdens. Okay. So while you are self-reflecting, you may be identifying some burdens that you weren't aware of, or you're able to define the burdens better, and you're able to express, or you're able to share with somebody what's really bothering you, whereas maybe you can only vaguely understand what's going on and you weren't able to tell who you need to tell that something about what they said or did bothered you, and you didn't understand what it was. Now, as you've reflected and thought about some things, you're clearer about that and you're able to express that. And that would be effectively washing away some of the burdens. If there's things that you're holding back and you haven't told somebody that upset you, or you haven't told somebody that at work somebody screwed up a project and you just didn't say anything and they had no clue, or anything along those lines where you've got things that you've held onto that you thought you should or had to for whatever reason. But now you can look at it and make other choices. You can look at the situation differently because you've grown, or you've held on to this burden and it's been festering and festering, and there's something that you have to deal with it now. Or there's something that you know that is bothering you, that if you don't deal with it, it'll fester and you'll have to deal with it later. So all of these things play into the reflection, and then identifying, acknowledging, and then figuring out what you're going to do about the burdens that you just need to set down, that you need to let go, that are no longer yours, or that need to be, if there's a conflict that needs to be resolved internally. And finally, need and necessity. This is a need, and it is a necessity for you to take this time to reflect, to take care of the burdens and the things that are weighing you down. You may have to release some emotional attachments. It could be many forms, many ways of letting go of the burden and lightening yourself up so you can feel joy and happiness and gratitude and appreciation again. It feels like things are so heavy and you bear them well. There's no contest in that, but you still need to be able to unload too, okay? You might be the strong one in your family, or you might be the strong one in your relationship, or you might be the strong one in your social group. Whatever it is, you're the one that holds burdens, and now is a time in February to reevaluate all that and decide what to let go of and what to change and what to hold on to. Druid, hold the space. Okay. Yes, so I could see this as being like the Hermit in Tarot. Hold the space, go within, take time out, be with yourself, and hold the space of you and everything that encompasses you. And like I said, acknowledge the burdens, acknowledge the good stuff. It's not just about dealing with the bad stuff, but also making sure when you reflect that you're looking at all the good things that have happened, all the good things that you have done, all the positive and healthy changes that you made, whether it's looking at a past year, the past decade, whatever it is that you're looking at as far as reflecting. Make sure that you're also paying attention to the positive and healthy stuff too, not just making sure that, okay, this is a burden, or this is negative, I don't no longer need this, this isn't helping, that kind of thing. Make sure you hold the space for the entirety of you and everything that you represent and are dealing with and feeling and seeing. And then we have animal guardian. Trust your instincts. Your instincts, are spot on. And if you haven't already, you probably have one or more animal guides, and you can call on them for help and support, for knowledge. And if you haven't, if you don't feel like you've had this kind of experience, this may come as you hold your space, as you take your time to reflect and learn about yourself. An animal may come to you in your dreams, or when you're just thinking about things, or if you meditate, or maybe you're someone who runs a lot and you get in that runner's high, and then all of a sudden like an animal comes to your mind, or you have a weird encounter with, let's say you're running along a trail and there's a deer right in front of you, and that deer's not running from you, and you get super close. The deer might mean something. You might need to look that up. But it's all meant to help that spirit connecting with you and communicating with you and trying to let you know they're there for you. So be sure to ask for help, ask for assistance, and commune with your animal guides or your spirit guides. I mean, there is a crow here on this one, but this card has a crow, but also like an owl, and there's a deer and looks like a panther. So these animals may mean something to you. Oh, wait, there's an eagle too. So birds in particular might be something that is really strong for you or feel for you. And even this druid has feathers hanging off his staff. So definitely bird, feather related. Oh, wait, look, there's a frog. I didn't see the frog, and a frog down there too. Anyway, pay attention to animal guides. And if you run into animals in the real world, or if you watch a nature show, maybe there's a particular animal that stands out, or something comes on the internet, or like a YouTube short or something, and it shows an animal. You read about an animal. They all might be signs, or might be messages to you from spirit. Under time to reflect, we have the Lovers. Okay. So there's a decision here. You need to reflect, I think, also not just of yourself and past, but a relationship, whether that's a current relationship or a past relationship. There could be some unresolved issues in a past relationship that needs to be looked at and worked through and accepted. And from there, you can make better choices about your future relationships. If this is a current relationship, you may need time to really figure out if this is what you want, if this really is long term. Maybe you've been dating someone for a year, and now you're at that point where, okay, it's been a year. How do I feel? Do I really want to spend my life with this person? Or am I just playing, are we just, having a romantic time, and maybe that time is up now? Not everybody's meant to be in your life your whole life. People will come and go. So that could be a decision that needs to be made too. And you'll have to tell that person how you feel either way, whether you want to continue, or maybe you just need, when you're reflecting, a break. And then you can get clear about what it is that you want and how you want to proceed, and ask if that person will follow the things that you want. And maybe they'll have things that they want, and you'll have to decide if you're willing to go that route too. Okay. And then under wash away your burdens is the Three of Wands. Okay. You're looking to the future as well. That's part of this reflection. You are waiting for something to come to you, or you are looking out and you're wondering if there's something better. I feel like especially with the Lovers being prior to this, you might be looking for another relationship, and that's okay. And if that hasn't been realized yet, maybe hearing me say that might make you look at yourself again and look at the situation, look at your relationship. And that's, again, a time to reflect. Be sure to take that time to do that. And if this relationship is a burden, is that part of what is wash away your burdens, and you are looking out on the horizon, you are looking for something else, someone else, you are waiting for something else to come to you, then that might be a sign that it's time to make a change. And as difficult as that might be, you're not going to be happy if you don't make the right choice for yourself. All right, under need and necessity, we have the Seven of Swords. I also feel like this goes along with the Druid. I want to say this card is making me think and feel like you've been betrayed. You've been tricked. You've been lied to. There's been deceit. And this is part of the problem, or this is part of the reason why you're reflecting and trying to decide what's best for you. You'll have to, that's a burden. That's something you'll definitely have to be looking at and going through and deciding and making choices and decisions based on what's happened in the past and what you want for yourself and for the future. Stay focused on you, what you need necessity. And if this person has done things to hurt you, definitely that needs to be considered, because even though they say I'll never do something like that again, you have to make the decision, and you have to decide if they're being truthful and honest, or if that's something that, if it does happen again, maybe you're willing to deal with it. You know, I mean, it's all up to you. That's where this time to reflect is coming in, and your instincts are telling you which way to go. You already know by your instincts. So keep that in mind too. And then finally, we have the Page of Cups. With this card, the Three of Wands, and looking out, and you're looking on the horizon, you're looking for something new or something better or something different. It is a very new feeling, and it's very heartfelt. And it comes from a place of true desire, and I want to say innocence and purity. It really truly comes from your heart. And I like, when I do readings, I like to tell people you go one way or the other, but this reading really feels strongly as saying you need to take care of yourself, and this person that hurt you, if nothing else, you need a break. But I think your instincts are telling you you need to move on. It's time to move on and to shed the old burdens, wash away those burdens, and find yourself again and be happy with you and become better grounded and centered in your own self before taking on another relationship, that a meaningful, deep relationship with someone else, or separating, makes this other person reflect on their behavior, on their actions, and maybe at some point you two can come back together again. But I do feel like you already in your heart of hearts have decided to start looking elsewhere. That is your instincts. And I think you need to pay attention to that. And that's what Spirit is saying as well. Okay. One final piece of advice, please, Spirit. Oh, wow. We have one flip over right away. It's the Storyteller. Stories are medicine, strengthening and renewing. Your story. You're creating your story. Make it the way you want to. So when you look back and you reread your story, you're going to know you made the right decision about this situation for you. You thought about it and you came to the conclusion, you found out what's best for you. And that makes for a really good story, okay? Okay, Scorpio, I think that's all the messages I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.